Hi, hello everyone. Amy from AMPO here. Hope that everyone's week is going well. AMPO is coming alongside you this year, and every week we are posting a video with some strategy to help you with your annual giving program, helping you to keep that program moving forward in a very strategic way. And so today we're going to talk about boards in annual giving and how you can engage them in your program. And so one of the things that I'm going to suggest here is that during the month of February at your board meeting that you engage your board with a stewardship activity. So one of the things to keep in mind is that you need to engage your board in every step of the cycle of cultivation, not just the ask. If we're only wanting them to show up to help us with the ask, we're not helping to fill their bucket in all the ways that we can with our development programs, with our resource development programs. And so we're not giving them the full experience of what it is like to help walk alongside an organization with philanthropy. So here's an exercise that you can do at your board meeting to help them engage with your stewardship program. And so what I would do is you've got your list. We talked about the list last week and how important it is. And so go to that list and come up with some people to send a stewardship note to. So that you can do this any way that you want. Maybe you have board members whose names are Amy, and you're going to find some donors named Amy, and you're going to have Amy, the board member, send a thank you note to Amy, the donor. Or maybe you're going to have your board members send a thank you note to the people who've given most recently. Or maybe you're going to have the people who are going to send a thank you note, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Pick any criteria that you want. But have enough donors so that you have 1.5 times the number of board members that you have. So for math, I'm going to say that you have 10 board members, so you want to bring materials for 15 thank you notes to your board meeting. And there's a strategic reason for this, which I'll get to at the end, but the 1.5 times. And then within your materials, you're going to bring all the supplies for that board member to write a thank you note at the beginning of your board meeting. So you're going to have the donor's name, you're going to have the address so that they can address the envelope for you, you're going to have the stamps, the whole shebang is going to be there. You're going to have a little message as well. So you've developed a little some message that they can use on those notes. I'll include one down in the comments. I'll just include some sample thank you messaging that you can use with the board. And then just have those board members write out those thank you notes. Also include in that packet a little bit of information about the donor. Give them some information about maybe the most recent time they gave. Maybe you know that they've got an upcoming anniversary of their giving. Maybe they've got a birthday coming up, whatever it is. Let the board member know a little bit of information about that donor so that they can personalize the note. And then just have them write out those thank you notes at the beginning of the meeting. And you can have them even go around the room and talk and say, like, I sent a thank you note to so-and-so today, and here's why we're thanking them. Whatever that is, give them a little mission moment with it, and then take those notes and send them out at the end of the meeting. This is just kind of a very simple, very easy way to start engaging with your donors throughout that whole cycle of cultivation and getting them engaged in your development program for the year. You're giving them some information about how giving's going. You're giving them some information about the donor. You're getting them engaged with your program. There's just all sorts of activity out here that will be really helpful. So the reason why you're going to have 1.5 times the number of thank you notes there is that inevitably you're going to have maybe 1 or 2 board members who are going to come up and say, I saw that you had some extra materials. I'd love to write those other notes for you. And then you're going to get those other notes written, but you're also going to know which one of your board members is interested in engaging more with some stewardship activities for your organization. And so this is going to be a donor that you can maybe go have coffee with, or a board member that you can go have coffee with here in a couple of weeks, talk to them about stewardship, talk to them about what you're doing, and maybe they'll start to become a real advocate for you in your stewardship efforts with the board. And this is a great way to identify that person in a non-threatening manner so that you can get some more insight into your board and how they feel about the philanthropy process. That's it. There's an activity that you can take with you. Like I said, I'll have some more notes in the comments on how you can do this to help you along the way. So I hope that these that these videos are helpful for you. Just let me know what you think. Are you using them? How's it been working? And especially this one. I'd love to know how your board responds to this activity. So have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.